This is how I wrote off my A45 AMG.
They don't understand the life I live. They don't understand the life I live.
It is Tuesday the 6th of June afternoon, and we're going to look at the car basically. So I'm just going to have a look at the A45, show you what kind of condition it's in after the crash, and basically just tell you what happened, how much of an idiot I was. No, not an idiot, but just mistakes, you know, in driving. Not paying attention and stuff. And basically I had like 100 messages, literally like 100 messages on Snapchat, Instagram and whatever, just saying, hey man, like, I hope you're alright, like, hope you and Ryan are all good. Loads of people was asking me, like, explain what happened, this and that. Everyone was like, what happened, obviously. I didn't really want to tell anyone to start with, but I thought, you know what, it's probably best. But yeah, I thought it'd be best to get it out on YouTube and just sort of, I had this sort of crazy idea about putting the car back together, showing everyone like exactly what it cost me, and yeah, having like fun with it while doing it, you know. I suppose after the car crash I wasn't really massively upset or pissed off or anything. Don't get me wrong, it still sucks, but yeah, I'm just going to use this YouTube channel literally from start to finish. Every step, every pound I spend, or every dollar, whatever country we're in, every bit of money I spend on it, getting it back to normal. Hopefully, in however long, look, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to rush it, it's not going to be 2 days, it's not going to be maybe even 2 weeks, it could be a few months. However long it is, I'm just going to get it fixed, hopefully. Sorry, I almost died crossing the road. And hopefully, take it out for like a first drive video, which would be cool. I'm going to own up to everything, show you exactly how much I'm spending on getting it fixed, tell you the best I can exactly what happened and how I crashed it, and yeah, go from there really. But I'll show you the car in a minute.
I am mad. Boy, yeah, mad.
So yeah, she doesn't look great. It doesn't look that bad at the moment. Obviously it doesn't look in place and the wing looks buggered. But underneath the wheel, like when I crashed, like I'll show you the photo here, it was like pushed back and it was hanging out. Basically everything that holds the wheel on inside, all the steering braces and all the sort of suspension struts. So that's sort of the main damage really. The back wheel would have been. I think it's like the wishbone, like some of the support braces, like the front wheel that's all snapped, are also bent on the back. And I didn't realise it, but where the tyre has hit this panel, it's actually bent the panel a little bit. So it's meant to have that crease all the way down, and as you can see here, it's kind of flat. But really, it's the front wheel. The front end is pretty bad. The photos look terrible. Like now, where we've popped the wheel back into place, doesn't look too bad. But yeah, it's pretty screwed. And this is Stephanie from the inside. She's literally unscathed, apart from the front end damage and the panel damage. There's literally nothing wrong. She still turns on. I'll even show you right now. It's gonna suck. So the weirdest thing is, for me, is that the dash doesn't have any warning lights whatsoever. At one point it did say 4MATIC not available, like the four-wheel drive system not available. But yeah, it still starts. But yeah, this is the car at the moment. It sucks seeing it like this. It sucks now because I'm like, oh poor thing, but it's just sitting here. It's cool, like, there's nothing really wrong with it apart from the front wheel and bent back wheel. But the back wheel's not an issue. Like I just basically, the first thing I'm going to start doing is getting some parts for it to get it rolling, because at the moment it doesn't move. Look what I just found. I remember the recovery guy put this in here.
Huh?
The recovery guy put it in there.
Yeah.
Well, it's the end of my wishbone.
Yeah.
This essentially is what was holding my front wheel on. So yeah, essentially this is the piece of metal that snapped. It's like the main structure of the front wheel. So that's what holds the front wheel on. Yeah, I'll leave it in here for a bit. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna get out of the car. But yeah, Stephanie is safe. She's safe at home, or near my house. It's like at my dad's garage, which is like 2 minutes from my house. It does suck. I'm happy that none of the panels, apart from the wing obviously, but none of the panels were damaged. So like what's mad is the wheel obviously snapped and hit this panel. That's why it's all bent up. You can see it's gnarled at the end. Literally, the front bumper, which is right next to it, is unscathed. The whole thing is unscathed. There's no mad panel gaps or anything. Literally, everything's fine. Okay, so I'm just going to sit in the car and talk to you because it's really windy outside. Yeah, basically, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened in the crash from start to finish. Me and Ryan Taylor, he hit me up. I went to his house. We was there for a little while. We was planning for like ages to go and do this sort of sunrise BMX video in Victoria Park in East London. It's like quite a well-known skate park, really cool place to ride. We're going to do like a sunrise video with the drones and stuff. Anyway, we're like, come, let's do it. It's like 4:30 in the morning. He's like, yeah, let's do this. I was like, cool, we'll get ready and go. I was like, yeah, I'll drive. I've got fuel, and he needed to refuel his car and was kind of in a rush, which is, I suppose, a bad sign straight away. But yeah, he was in a rush. I said, look, I've got fuel, we don't need to stop, we'll just cruise there, done. Really nice chill drive, literally I wasn't in a rush, and the 406 actually has 50 mile/h average speed check cameras, so you can't go above 50, you know, the whole time, otherwise you're gonna get a speeding ticket. Anyway, we get to this really dodgy corner, and I can never ever say I've been around this corner more than 20 miles/h, because there's always traffic there. Like, there's no way I've ever been past that corner without being stuck in a traffic jam. Just this one time, no traffic. 2 cars around me, it was like literally just 2 cars near me. No other real cars on the road, obviously it's like 5 AM on a Sunday. Come up to this corner, kind of got cut up by one of these cars that was near us. It's just 2 lanes wide. Kind of got cut up, went into the inside lane, went past this guy, sort of like accelerated past him a little bit, and then came up to the corner, put the brakes on, turned in, and was just obviously going way too fast for that corner. Like, it is really like a dodgy corner, like it can catch you out. Basically just turned in on the brakes, bad idea, understeer, next minute, braking even harder. I'm like, shit, we are heading for this curb, like we're gonna hit this curb. Front wheels obviously hit first, but just like a massive side swipe onto the curb. Kaboom! Like, me and Ryan are like, fuck, like it slammed onto the curb, kind of bounced back a bit. And then the car obviously had lost its like front wheel, you know, not lost it, but like obviously it had snapped. Cruising down the road, it's still rolling, like the car's still running, well, obviously with 3 wheels, and we're just rolling, and I didn't even touch the brakes, I just held the steering wheel and was just like, shit. We rolled for like 60 yards, came to a stop, like the car just stopped. I turned the car off, and then obviously Ryan started recording. Got out of the car, no one around, one woman, she was like, you're right, you're right. I was like, yeah, we're fine, nothing, you know, we clearly weren't injured. It wasn't that bad of a crash, it literally just the way I hit the curb, it was obviously, and the angle I hit it at was no good for the car. Got out of the car, saw the damage, obviously I'll show you some photos of the damage. Called in a recovery truck because I just wanted to get it off the road ASAP. One thing about me is like, I'll always sort of, when things go a bit south, I'll always think about sort of other people's safety and other people's inconvenience first. I was glad I didn't hit anyone or cause anyone else to crash around me. Ordered a recovery truck ASAP. The recovery truck cost me £250 exactly. So that's the first expense of this whole video series I'm gonna do. 250 quid. And that was it really. Like, car came home, my dad woke up real early, and I just said to the recovery truck guy, like, we're gonna go and put it outside my dad's garage because that's the best place for it right now. It's around the corner from my house, and obviously I've got some friends on this road, my dad's neighbours, who are gonna fix the car for me and do the work for me. Pain getting the car off the truck because we was having to reverse it off, and the front wheel, which obviously wasn't supported by anything, was sort of rolling forward and like starting to rip the front bumper off, which was obviously would have just made it so much more expensive. So luckily my dad was there, he like come up with this idea, he jacked it up, and we sort of reversed it off while we had the jack underneath the front of the car to kind of support it. Got it off without doing any more damage, and this is where it's been ever since for the last 2.5 days or whatever it's been. It's been outside my dad's garage. So yeah, that's it really. That's how it happened. That's like exactly word for word, you know, like that's everything that happened to me. Yeah, that's about it really. Don't be an idiot. Don't be me basically. And you'll be fine. Yeah. Oh, thank goodness, there, like.
You look cool on that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
This is a suit me.
Yeah.
This is the courtesy car while Stephanie's a bit broken.